And we're live.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
How are you tonight? It's time for another beer chat.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know what time that is. It's
And
time for another beer chat.
For the last couple of weeks, we've been doing them in the same hour on all of the platforms.
Yes.
And this week, we decided to break it up into two. I don't know what people prefer. We'd love to hear your feedback. info@runeatdrink.net.
That's info@runeatdrink.net.
Or do you like 2 hours and two different beers? Do you like
two different sets?
Two different sets.
I mean, we don't just do a costume change.
I should have changed shirts, is what you're saying?
We do a set change. Okay?
I'm not changing shirts here because I love this shirt.
I happen to love that shirt.
Love this shirt.
Yeah, we're very partial. How's everybody doing tonight? As you're coming into the chat, please say hi.
I will
Drop us a comment. Say who you are, where you're from, what you're drinking. That would really, really help. We want to say hello to you. We want to welcome you in. I'm going to share this really quick, just so that make sure. You do your share, and then I'll do my share.
Go ahead. So, you go first. I am, because you have it open and you're ready to go.
Okay.
Right.
Fair
Tonight
enough.
we have a beer that is different from our Instagram chat. We had our Instagram chat where we had Surly Brewing and a tart mango, courtesy of Josh. And tonight here from patron Jessica, we have El Bull 2021 from Central 28 Brewing. And I believe that Meg is back in the chat. And I think that she says she's here with more race ideas.
I love that.
The question, though, is, did you find the time limit for the Boston race? And can you drop the Boston race link here in the chat? And she's drinking black cherry tea tonight, which is it tart or is it sweet? Is it like those like Luxardo cherries and drinks, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to wish everybody. Oh, she dropped it in the chat. The BAA 5K is a different one.
Okay.
Than what she said last hour. It's National Pizza Day also. So
it is National Pizza Day. We didn't, I should have thought of that. I saw that in my social media feed earlier today. And so what do? I make burgers for dinner.
It's fine. I have, I think a
vegan burgers, but nonetheless.
Yes, I think I have a whole album of pizza, Yeah,
absolutely.
National Pizza Day, like at 915 in Key West on Duval Street.
Oh, that's a place we don't mention for their pizza quite enough.
Upstairs at the little bar?
0.5, which that's their upstairs little 0.5? Speakeasy kind of place.
We had like their
personal
caramelized onion, cheese, and duck, I think, on this pizza.
Oh,
yeah.
That was so good.
So I have that. I have a whole album.
Trip Billy is over in the Tubes.
Oh, Trip got to join us virtually at the reception Thursday night. I call it a reception.
It was a reception.
Fancy.
We had a poolside reception for members of the Runcation Nation at the hotel, and it was a blast. I mean, we were out there for a good long time. I was thinking that the hotel management was going to come tell us to quiet it down.
Listen, it's closed. You have to leave. They wouldn't sound like that, though.
They might.
Probably not. I don't know. The BAA 5K is back, is what Meg is saying. And I don't know if that's an exclusive thing where you have to run like a 5K in 15 minutes. I'm very hung up on this whole time limit thing. I stress about it. You know this about me. If you followed our podcast and our live chats for any length of time, I talk about it all the time. Time is not on my side. Yeah, time is not on my side. But, at any rate. It's not exclusive at all, she says. What did she say?
April 16th, you run over Boston Marathon finish line.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we do it? It's in April. I don't know.
We'll have to look at calendars.
Oh, and finances, I'm sure.
Patreon.com
Slash Run Eat Drink
podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, really. And you know what? I actually was remiss in the last hour.
Oh.
I forgot to mention, and we're going to mention it on an upcoming episode anyway. But
Of
we had
course.
Josh in the chat, and we announced last week on our live chats that the new patronage levels went
Yes.
live on our Patreon,
Mhm.
and Josh, who is also known as Midnight Wolf 308 over on Instagram, is our very first patron at the indulge level. We have fans, founders, and insiders. We also added accomplish, explore, and indulge.
Levels.
And he is the very first indulge level sponsor,
Yeah.
patron. So we want to thank him so much for doing
Yay.
that. And that is going to help carry the show a very long way, because everything you
will.
guys see here was paid for in part or in whole by you guys. And it was amazing. Just incredible.
Yeah. We couldn't do it without you in terms of chats and your participation and your contributions, but also everything you see here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trip, we were totally outside for the toast.
Yes.
That was before the weather turned south.
On Sunday, it was pretty.
Sunday.
It's pretty windy.
Saturday night, it went, and actually, we didn't mention this really in the last hour. The Saturday morning was beautiful. The 5K was great. At the same time the 5K started, the ultra started, and the ultra runners ran all day Saturday and all night through that storm front that came through.
They are superheroes of running ultra. Yeah.
Those conditions were no joke. I was not convinced actually that the Donna was going to go off.
Right.
When they were saying, 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds and gusts up to 40, you're talking tropical storm force winds at that point. And that is, if there was some concern, I know that they would have, of it not being safe, I know they wouldn't have allowed it to go off. But I was thinking, they may not. Some attorney somewhere may call and say, shut it down. So,
but we're okay, right?
Well, apparently we were, because it went off, and we have the chafing and the chapped lips to prove it.
Yeah,
it was something else. It was an absolute blast. That race, I was so pleased that the community did not fail us. We were very concerned because of the weather reports, that we were going to end up not having quite the same community support that we've been accustomed to over the years. And it would have been totally understandable because it was rather miserable. And what we found was, yes, it was less, but it was still quite strong. And several neighborhoods really came out in force. And I'm going to especially shout out, was it Fifth Avenue?
Oh,
Fifth Avenue neighborhood there. And I believe it's Neptune Beach.
I don't know.
I think it's Neptune Beach.
I don't know.
That neighborhood does it right every year, and they did not disappoint even in those conditions. It was incredible. What are you looking at pizza for?
No, I was trying to find the sign for that neighborhood.
Susie's back in the chat. Hello, Susie.
Susie, have you looked at the race photos for Donna? There are some epic ones of you jumping in the air. It's just adorable. Oh, it's so cute. I digress. I am so sorry.
Oh. You know what? I got the description of this wrong.
What?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I apologize.
What do you mean?
Well, I said in the description in the chat that we were going to be talking over a barrel-aged stout. It is not a barrel-aged stout. This is an Imperial milk stout brewed with coffee, cacao nibs, vanilla, and milk sugar. A milk stout does not have milk in it. It does, however, have lactose. That is the sugar they add in the brewing process to feed the little yeast microbes so that they can create alcohol. The byproduct of that is, in addition to a little bit of extra sweetness, you also get a little bit of a heavier body and creamier mouthfeel to the beer. So I happen to be a big fan of milk stouts. Jess, Harley Running Gal,
Yeah,
who
on Instagram. Yes.
who gave us this, knows this about me.
Also a member of the Cape Coral Running Group. Yeah, yeah.
Member of the Cape Coral Running Group, member of the Runcation Nation, and one of our 2 marathoners this past weekend.
Yeah, Kelly also, shout out.
Yeah. So she gave us these. Shall we crack them open? Or why don't you read?
Why don't I read? There's not really.
You don't have a description per se?
El Bully?
El Bully 2021. It has a French bulldog on the can.
Central Beer Company Stout Imperial Double Milk 9.7% ABV. That's what I have.
I'm sorry, how much percent ABV?
Isn't it 9.7? Check it.
You are correct. This is 9.7.
Yeah.
This is Jess's night juice.
This is Jess's night juice. That could be some kind of hashtag, I'm sure. I'm telling you, the wind was like, but the photos were also epic. Very good.
Well, we took some good ones. Also, the on-course photography by Marathon Photo. Going through those photos that they've been emailing. And by the way, if you're a runner that participated in the Donna, make sure you use the search feature. I did find by uploading a couple of photos of my face, it found about eight or 10 more
additional
photos.
Ones.
In addition, yeah, you've got to use the search feature in order to get the most of your money's worth for your purchase.
Got it.
And right now they're charging you about $25, I think, for the race package.
That's what I saw.
Which is not horrible.
No.
But you do want to get the most bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
So there we have it. I have poured El Bully 2021 9.7 ABV.
It's really dark.
This absolutely is. This is about as opaque as it gets. It's about the same color as my shirt. Trip, the wind was crazy. That wind, especially for our marathoners, we at least got, when we turned around at the 6.5 mile mark heading back, we ended up getting kind of a side wind. I don't think it really abated for the marathoners. So
it was insane.
Bless them.
Yeah.
There's Josh. He's in the chat.
Yay. Did you hear us say thank you about the Patreon?
I don't know, Josh. If you didn't hear us, we were thanking you for your patronage and being our very first indulge level patron.
Yes. So, should we try?
And Josh agrees. It was absolutely nuts. It was.
Oh my God. Like, I'm so glad that we had the wind at our back coming back to the finish. It was crazy.
Josh, I'm glad we were able to share that with you. And thank you for letting us do that.
I mean, we had it at some times, didn't we, Susie? I don't know.
I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got gusts at our back. But I mean, the marathoners just got crushed.
We have to upload our faces because maybe there'll be a picture of us with Josh crossing that finish line.
There is.
Oh, good.
There absolutely is.
I'm only looking at the 5K. I'll catch up.
Yeah.
No deal.
Cheers. Let's give this a shot. Jess, thank you very much for tonight's beer.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
strong.
That is okay. Imagine if you took Hershey's special dark cocoa powder and you made hot cocoa out of that. That's what this tastes like to me. This is not a milk chocolate or a Dutch cocoa. This is a dark chocolate cocoa. And very low carbonation, very heavy body, medium to heavy body. We've had thicker milk stouts before, but this is...
It's not a syrupy body. We've had some like Orpheus Brewing.
Yeah. Oh.
At Jeff's race.
Orpheus does a lot of like barrel aged stuff. Yeah. And they do some really heavy body and super high ABV, 13% plus stuff.
Yeah. It really is. What are you all drinking tonight? Jojo, do you have any sparkling ice? Maybe
welcome back.
Some vodka. Thanks for the shots, by the way.
Oh yeah, your pink. Jojo gave us some pink shots. I forget what the alcohol was. Um,
And I realized that's what was missing in our little swag bags for our Runcation Nation that we had.
that's true.
That
For
was
next
missing.
time. For
Yes.
next time.
I was, yes, you have improved me.
But I want to say at like mile 10, I decided it's time.
You're like whipping it out and going, "Blah."
The drink.
That's right.
The drink.
Let's not.
Look,
Mother
Nature was doing her best to have to cause me to have a wardrobe malfunction the whole weekend, or during that race, because the wind kept blowing really hard, and even Fitz is asking at the start and finish line, is that a proper kilt? Yes, like, it is.
What's underneath the kilt? Now, at races, we've always gotten, oh, you wear a kilt. What's underneath the kilt? And and usually I'll chime in and say, I'm the only one that knows that. But I mean, with that wind, it was almost a wardrobe malfunction.
It almost was. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Although I had shorts underneath it, it wouldn't have been that exciting.
It would have been okay.
I should have worn my cocktail shorts underneath it. If I'd have been smart, I'd have done that. Actually, what I needed was thermal underwear because it was chilly.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Stacy, welcome to the chat.
Yay. So good. Yay.
I somehow got windsurf. I think she means windburn. Windburn only on one cheek. Yeah, it was something else. That was definitely probably some of the most adverse conditions I've run in a long time. JoJo's having pure water.
Pure, just straight up water?
Apparently. And Jessica's skipping through the 5K. Yep, so was Dawn.
She was so cute. Dawn was so adorable. Just so excited on that course. That was just the most fun. Oh,
yeah, it was an absolute blast.
I loved it.
And I really enjoyed the fact that after we got done, we got to go hang out with Jess a little bit and do a specialty beer release. We're going to be bringing you guys the beer we keep hinting at, the specialty beer release we found or got to go and do up in Jacksonville. We're going to share that with you guys on an upcoming beer chat. That one's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Maybe a couple of times in different vintages, because I may have gone a little overboard in.
But we may have to have a unified chat, because once we share that, that's like, then we have to go night.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those where we do all three at once or all four at once, because that beer comes in, I think lowest is 10%.
What is it? That's from Susie. What?
Oh, from Susie and Susie and JoJo gave us the drinks.
Oh, JoJo was just handing them out. I see.
Gotcha,
she had like the custody and was she was the distributor.
Whitney Pink Lemonade.
Love that.
That was really good.
It was. And I think we busted it out right after that. Fifth Avenue. Is it Fifth Avenue? 5th Street?
Fifth Avenue. That was the last neighborhood that really did it up. And then we ran into the last house coming off of 5th. We met up with those folks that were making a pink panty puller cocktail.
Claudia
and her husband, significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ran into them again
at Post
Tavern during our post-race meetup with everybody.
It was great.
They were so awesome. We're going to probably have a little bit of video from that on the show or out in the social media feed. You've got to see these little parties all along the race course were so good. And everybody who's went and saw this, seeing how much the community came out and supported, and knowing that if the weather had been better, we would have seen more, and that this was the first year back from the pandemic. So you can imagine what next year is going to be like. I am super excited already well,
Claudia even said they just moved to the area and they're like, it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
They flat out said they're getting a band.
They had breakfast burritos.
They did. They cooked a ton of breakfast burritos and had them wrapped in foil for runners. It's so funny. You go to these races. We were talking about this in the group. You go to these races and you break all of your parents' rules that they taught you. Don't talk to strangers. Don't take candy from strangers. Don't drink things strange. Eat or drink strange things that people give you. And
what was done?
It was skipping.
Oh, yes.
I think,
But then Susie jumped up in the air and they caught a picture of her. I
yes.
think. It was great.
And JoJo went for the donuts on the course.
Why wouldn't you?
I see donuts at all?
There were donuts at the stop where I got you a cookie
Oh, okay.
on the way back to the finish.
I was probably taking photos. I was tasked with being the photographer / videographer
always.
and had all the gear. So
Yeah,
I was busily doing that. And I mean, we had great photo ops, and I got some really good video footage of the Atlantic Ocean when we got over pretty close to the coast, and seeing that that wind kicking up those waves out there, it was no joke.
I mean,
that was a heck of a front.
And then there was that underground house that you always talk about.
Okay, I love the underground house, and of course, the people who were at the underground house were very inconsiderate and had their personal vehicles parked in their driveway.
Oh my gosh, they were
so it was really hard to see. But you're running in. I want to say that stretch that we were in there, that is in the underground house, I want to say is in Neptune Beach, and they built their home into the berm of the beach. And you literally, the only thing above ground is like, they have like an outdoor, like a bench, and then their driveway. And then immediately once you go past the driveway, you go straight down to their front door, and you could see the front door of this house between their two cars. And we had a member of the Runcation Nation running with us at the time, and she had never seen this house. And I'm like, oh yeah, go look right between those two cars and look down. It's the weirdest thing.
I know, right? And we had
the vodka and burrito stop.
Yeah. And
that's the same stop we're talking about with the pink panty puller cocktail.
But then there were donuts and cookies at one after that.
Yes.
And also, I will say to you,
I missed the donuts.
In that whole Fifth Avenue neighborhood, Fifth Street, Fifth Avenue neighborhood, we had a guy that was making like Bloody Marys. And it was like
custom making them.
A glass of vodka
with just enough Bloody Mary. Yeah, you had one of those.
And he just kept pouring it out, and then there was just a splash of the tomato juice. It was great. I fully support this. It was great. So
it's such a great atmosphere. You had people out there. The guy, they were like, they had like boobies. Like they made out of wood and painted, and they had little nipples, and they were like, touch the nipples for power.
I think that Susie and JoJo were getting pictures there too. And I think that Susie was just trying to get the perfect photo of JoJo and made JoJo kind of stand there longer than she was expecting. Which I think was hysterical. I don't think you took a picture of me touching them. I think you were running on already.
I know I got a picture of it. I don't remember if it was you touching or somebody else, but it was adorable, and everybody was just amazing. We actually got to hook up. We were within earshot. Like we could have yelled to him and he'd turn around and wave. Jeff Galloway was on the race course.
I know he probably would have, but he was like flying.
Jeff was great. Trying to see what he could do. And he improved his time by 20 or 30 minutes this time.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
From his previous race at Disney. So kudos to Jeff for doing that. And you all know Jeff's coming back from his cardiac event earlier in 2021. The fact that he's back up and running it all was great. Barb was right there with him. Yay. So he's killing it.
He did say 20 minutes.
And
20 minutes.
I don't have enough good I can really say about the event. The things that are detractors to the event are things that they had absolutely zero control over, and that's the weather. Yeah. And it's just because this time of year, Florida just, you throw a dart at a dartboard any given day.
You never know.
I was in jacket. I wore a jacket, an Under Armour layer, and a long sleeve shirt this morning for my run. And this afternoon, and at work, I had just a light jacket on. By Friday, we're going to be up to 80 degrees down here where I'm at. Also, I didn't mention this in the previous hour. One of my coworkers, Julie Green, She ran the Miami Marathon, I believe it's Miami Marathon this weekend
Oh,
while we were in Jacksonville.
usually that's the end of January, so I'm surprised. Yeah, but maybe they just overlap.
And that was her first marathon.
Congratulations, Julie Green.
And she killed it. I don't remember her exact time, just a little over 5 hours though.
Oh my God, that's so amazing.
Just absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Okay, Susie touched the boobies according to Joanne.
Oh, okay, my bad. I had it switched in my head. Maybe it was all the vodka that I had on the Fifth Avenue Street place. Yes.
Yeah, Julie did not have any such luck in her race. They were not handing out nearly as much alcohol in the course, nor was it as cold. Just down the road on A1A, there was almost a 30-degree difference.
I just wish. I mean, I like colder temperatures, but you can have the wind. Just make it cooler, like in the 60s, 50s, 60s, maybe.
50s, 60s is perfect.
You know,
but 30-degree or 30-mile-an-hour wind was a bit much.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. You can have the rain, you can have the wind, but can we have the cooler air, lack of humidity?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. And Amanda and Donna were so sweet. And
Mike and Andy from the Bouncy Hunters.
They had such great recommendations too that some of them we didn't even get to that we need to for next year.
And look who's in the chat.
Oh, congratulations, Katie.
Katie.
Congratulations for acing your interview today.
Boom.
Boom.
You're a rock star.
All about it. Love it. And just so happy for you. So happy.
And JoJo said it's still better than Savannah. Yeah, your Savannah temperatures and conditions were no.
I mean, the pictures
joke.
And everything that and your description and everything we saw. No, you can have it.
And fortunately, the race officials were very, very concerned about the health and welfare of the marathoners at that race.
Yeah.
I'm teasing her a little bit.
I know. I know. I know it. So,
Yeah. Give some love to Katie. It's very nice when you can rock an interview.
Yeah.
Boom. So, are you a fan?
It's a lighter body than I anticipated. The color.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be heavier.
It's deceptive. Easy drinking.
Yeah.
I said very chocolatey. This one's excellent. Now, do you prefer the dark chocolate or more like a milk chocolate like Bell Cow?
I like Bell Cow.
Yeah.
You?
For a one and done, like this to me is a dessert, almost a dessert beer. It's not sweet, but this one would be hard to have more than one.
Yeah.
Bell Cow is a light enough body.
I can have a couple.
That Bell Cow is a chocolate porter made by J Dubs Brewing just up the road in Sarasota. Has a great can. They can it in a Holstein patterned can.
It's so cute
with pink lettering. It's hilarious, and the beer is absolutely fantastic. This one though, for me, like this would be a great one for like a snifter or a tulip glass, and just kind of savoring after a meal. Really.
Hey, also, since it's National Pizza Day, in addition to sharing love for everybody at Donna, virtually and in person, and congratulating Katie and congratulating other people who completed their races this weekend.
Is that Anchorage Pizza on scene?
Yes. I want to know where your favorite local pizza is.
Throw that up or airdrop that. I want to share that with the group. I want to share that with the class.
Yes, sir.
The taco place. How was the taco place?
Are we talking about
Taco Lou?
Taco Lou.
Taco Lou was recommended to us, of course, by Amanda Napolitano. We ended up going.
Yes.
And I don't know that we may have picked the best time of day to go.
Right before closing.
Not right before.
Almost.
It was the last hour.
Okay, it was the last hour. Last 2 hours. Last 2 hours.
There were a lot of things to recommend.
I would recommend, food-wise, I would recommend, and we can do this for the patrons too. We can break it down even further for the patrons, and we can kind of be honest about, because
we're always honest.
We'll never we'll never do a negative review. It just won't make the show.
Correct.
But for our patrons, we can tell them why it didn't make the show. It was good. And I would say if you're going to have anything, have the corn appetizer, have the street corn appetizer.
They do a Mexican street corn.
That was amazing.
That they grill the corn, they cut it off the cob, and then they put it in a bowl and mix it with all the
cheese and lime and cilantro
mayo
and all that.
Aioli. Excuse me.
It was fabulous. That was fabulous. And also the $10 taco. It's not really $10. It's just called the $10 taco. It's actually like $4, something like $4.99, something like that.
Yeah.
It was freaking amazing. And if you're going to have the corn appetizer, make sure you get a lot of chips because, you know, I mean, you can spoon it out and have it, but I think that if you spoon it onto one of their chips, it's fantastic to have that as kind of like your vehicle, your street corn delivery vehicle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That was really good. Their selection of tequilas and mezcal is outstanding.
Also excellent.
So if you are into tequila and mezcal, you are in the right place.
Yeah.
My Baja fish taco was excellent.
And my $10 taco.
And your $10 taco.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's what I would say.
Oh, so here's the question. Better than the taco stand in St. Augustine? The one that we sent you to? No. I'll flat out say that. No. Amanda's right. She really, I think, was raving about the fact that they had a great tequila bar. She's not wrong.
Right.
And their tacos, you know, the more tequila you drink, the better those tacos would absolutely be.
Yeah. But I think Osprey tacos in St. Augustine, I mean, I don't know which tacos you had. I know that you all talked about it. Now I can't remember which ones you had, but they were amazing. And the fact that they're attached to a brewery also, money.
Yes.
I mean, I know that JoJo's not a beer drinker, but the tacos are amazing. I mean, you could probably find a cider or a wine there, I think. And just, yeah. So Taco Lu, I would say they have some great things on their menu in terms of food, but I think it's the tequila selections where it's at.
That place I would feature on the show for drink.
Agreed.
And I would make it like a progressive thing where maybe you go to a different place that we went to for food and then end your night there for cocktails or shots.
Cocktail shots
or sipping, and they have
street corn.
They have chips. Street corn with chips. Yeah. They do have some really nice, really expensive tequilas and mezcals, so you can actually run the gamut from you know the entire price range that you're looking for. So there is a lot really to offer there. But yeah, that was just our assessment.
Yeah.
There now. We're talking tacos. I'm showing you pizza.
That's true. You are.
This pizza is one of my favorites, probably that we've ever covered on the show.
It's from Moose's Tooth.
Moose's Tooth in Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah. So we have covered the gamut, because I talked about the 0.5 pizza on Duval Street in Key West. And now here is our favorite up in Anchorage.
We have had transcontinental pizza on this show.
Yeah.
And that pizza that you're looking at right there has a whole lot of reindeer on it. That is reindeer sausage on the left, and that is sliced reindeer on the right.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
And I'm really, really glad, JoJo. Thank you. That she really liked Osprey
Good.
tacos.
I'm so glad. So glad.
Yeah. And Josh, you're not wrong. We are going to be
Cuban. She had the Cuban taco, which is great.
It's basically the best parts of a Cuban sandwich on a taco. The burrito place we're going to be covering, and Rev Brewing also we are going to be covering on the show in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. Of course, you were there, so you can reiterate that, what we're saying is true. And Susie also thought Osprey was great.
I'm so glad.
Yay.
What did Susie have?
She had a Baja taco made into a bowl.
She had a bowl. We didn't have a bowl. We have to go back and have a bowl.
That's true.
Yeah. Yes.
And Josh was a beast. Trip,
yes.
You're not wrong.
And I think he was shouting out everybody who had supported the entire Donna team. And
Darlene's had moose's tooth.
Oh, Darlene. Isn't it great? I am telling you.
That's awesome.
It's money, right? Yeah. And when we took this picture, it was like 10 at night. Look at that.
That's
light.
the truth. And that's not
There's
artificially
no
lit.
There. There's no editing. There's none. Zero.
Yeah.
Darlene, we're mailing you your Donna swag.
Yes. Yes, we are.
To the address you have on patreon.com/runnydrinkpodcast. So be on the lookout. So
if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
I love Grease. I love Grease so very much. And Grease 2. Love it.
I don't know that I can give Grease 2 the same amount of love as Grease.
Well,
I was
Grease
in
is
Grease
above
in high
it.
school, though.
Yes, Grease is number 1. And then Grease 2 was actually, it had its, I thought it was a good sequel for, anyway. You know what I'm saying.
I do.
Don't you? Don't you know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Yes. The pool party. We're calling it a pool party.
Reception.
We didn't swim. So it's a reception. We're making it classy. Keep it classy, Runcation Nation. Is it a meme? Is it? No? Oh. Is it an emoji? No? Okay.
You can do it with your memoji.
I can. And maybe I will. You never know. Although, I'm not really sure. There's different facial expressions, how they would translate in the memoji.
Yeah, we were such fans of this pizza here.
Yes.
Did you send me the other one from
No, but I can.
I'm going to show you the one that she was talking about from Key West because it's just crazy.
This is from 2013, so cameras were not as good.
Also true.
Okay. I'm just saying. But,
All right.
Oh, that place is no longer in business.
What?
The place with the dogs.
The place? Oh.
Down in Key West.
Yeah.
That was a great pizza.
That actually was a great pizza. The spot that we got to cover on the show, unfortunately, they just couldn't weather
the storm.
Some of the economic uncertainty down there. Key West is a super everybody who goes to Key West thinks it's going to be crazy expensive. Actually, I would argue down there, it's kind of like Orlando. Orlando is expensive if you're on the Disney property, but once you get outside of the kingdom and outside of the studios, the Universal ones,
yes,
you end up with this weird thing that happens due to supply and demand. And there's a lot of demand, but there's also a lot of supply. And really good mom and pop restaurants are fighting for your tourist dollars.
It's true.
Key West is the same way. Now, the difference is Duval Street, if you're right on Duval and you're in not at either north or south end. If you're kind of in the middle where all the action is, prices can be a little bit higher because it's very touristy. When you get off Duval or kind of towards the extremes, it gets a little more competitive. And this place 915 is kind of at one of the ends of Duval. And this is the one that she was talking about at the beginning of our chat here.
That is very true.
And this is, a personal pizza that we shared late at night. They also do house-made gin and tonic.
Oh, well, they make their own tonic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the gin, but the tonic.
Right. Yeah. They're not distilling.
Which is great.
And their product is absolutely stellar. They are killing it.
It's true.
And yet Josh is saying prayers for Dave. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We hope that he's doing well. And Darlene, we hope that you're holding up. You know, I could share a little story with everybody.
Oh, please.
Apparently sometime during the stay, I ended up getting a spider bite, and I had a little bout of anaphylaxis.
I'm going to tell you, I was very scared.
I didn't share this with everybody there.
I was mapping out our ride to the ER.
Yeah, it was not good. I've never had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh yes, Meg, let me tell you something. Key West race action trip. We're on board. We're on board. We don't need a whole lot of excuses to take a 6-hour ride south. So
we'll do it 100%.
Yeah, don't threaten us with a good time.
How about, Hemingway Sunset 5K in July, or the half marathon?
Can you pick a cooler month?
Okay, the half marathon and 5K in January.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
There you go. How about that? Will that do?
I mean, okay, I would do the Sunset 5K again. That was a blast.
I loved it.
That was actually a great race.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Or didn't they offer a different distance, or they were going to?
You're welcome. No, they had a paddleboard race.
That's what it was. Yeah, I ended up getting a spider bite, and in a matter of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, my face was swelling up, my throat was closing, I'm wheezing. I was like, what in the hell is this? And luckily I always keep Benadryl in my DOP kit when I travel. And I ended up having to gnaw on those, like, Tic Tacs. And that thankfully fixed everything. But yeah, we were like, okay, may have to take a unexpected detour to the local ER. I was not looking forward to that. Thankfully that did not happen.
I was like ready to go at 1 a.m.
I didn't locate Charlotte, the offender, in the room, but I've still got the mark on my arm, so that's fun. Yeah. Keeping an eye on that, because it'd be my luck, it'd be a brown recluse again. Well, the last time I got bit by one, I didn't have an anaphylactic reaction, so it may not be a brown
Benadryl
recluse.
For the win, no lie.
Yeah, Benadryl was absolutely that is
serious.
I'm keeping that in my kit from now on. Yeah, Key West half, absolutely.
We will do it.
Any of the Key West halves basically are some variation of a lap around the island.
But then you have to promise me that you'll come to DJ's Clam Shack for the lobster roll. Can you promise?
Okay, that lobster roll is life-changing. If you come down and you are good with shellfish, we all have to get that.
Also, Amigos, because I know we sent you to Osprey Tacos in St. Augustine. However, you must go to Amigos and have the deep fried avocado taco, as well as the street corn, which is on the cob there, and all the tacos, because they are freaking amazing.
Well, both Susie and Darlene are in for January half in Key West.
Let's update the race calendar, man.
Okay.
We're doing it.
All right.
We're doing it live.
Put that on your to-do list for
Josh.
tomorrow. We are doing it live.
We're doing it.
Jojo, Benadryl for the win. You got that right. I was chewing on that like my friend Joe calls ibuprofen Ranger candy.
Does he call? Is that where you got it
from his time in the military? Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're on a 20-mile hike or whatever. They would just flat out not even swallow them; they would just chew them.
So
spider bites are no joke. Yeah, I've had a brown recluse once. I don't know. I'm only saying brown recluse because brown recluse bites typically aren't painful in the moment. And I was asleep and I woke up to the anaphylaxis happening, which that's a hell of a way to wake up, right?
and then I woke up and I freaked out.
And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I am not. No." And I'm looking at myself in the mirror going, I look like crap and I feel like crap. So yeah, it
I
was
was
fun.
scared.
That was what, Friday night? That was after the poolside
Mhm.
get together. Yes.
Well, was it
Yeah, it
on
was after the
Thursday night or Friday night?
Thursday. I'm sorry, it was Thursday
Night.
night
Thursday night.
because I was thinking, man, I'm gonna have to go to the ER, be up all night, and then go run a 5K. Because I was like, whatever they do to me at the ER, I'm going to the 5K. Fortunately, that did not need to occur. So there we are. I promise for all the fun, all the fun, all the food, all the drink. Yes. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, it sounds weird. But Amigos, what she's talking about, that deep fried avocado taco, they take slices of avocado. I think they probably dredge them in an egg wash, batter them, and fry them. That is the most strange and amazing taco filling you'll ever get. And they have one of the best live shows you've ever seen. If you can get the outdoor seating facing the street, it's just off of Duval Street, but you're facing Captain Tony's and you're watching all the drunk people from Captain Tony's. There's a tradition where you're trying to fling a coin into like over your head and into the fish's mouth on their sign, and watching the drunks do that is pretty hysterical. Jojo's asking when in January is that race. So
stand by.
Amy will get that for you. Ooh, Josh, good grief.
I'm sorry, what is
He had to dig a spider's egg sac out of somebody's leg.
that? Is disgusting.
Yikes.
I'm sorry.
Vitamin M.
Motrin.
Another soldier. Vitamin M. Yep. Or 800 milligrams of Code Orange.
Sunday, January 15th. Sunday, January 25th. No. Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday, January 15th, 2023.
Okay. Yes, Josh, that it wasn't until later that next day I found the bite on my arm. So I thought I was having some weird, initially I thought it was some weird allergy attack because again, I never had like a painful bite. Black widow bites are actually pretty painful. That's the only reason I'm saying I think brown recluse, because they tend to be painless. I thought I was having like a weird, severe allergy attack, and then
it was awful.
And now I got the bite on the back of my arm. So
it was terrible,
yeah.
And we didn't know where it came from. I was like,
I mean, it was weird. Yes, that did happen this trip. It was relatively minor, at least I think.
Yeah.
I fixed it in the moment. So as long as it's after the race. Yes. Anything to do with Duval Street has to be after the race.
The race.
So guys, you have to, if we're going to plan this one for
Jojo can't make it. Did you read?
That is unacceptable.
No.
Unacceptable.
Can Susie and is Darlene, can we all be in? Can we peer pressure Jojo into coming?
I think we have to. We will have to peer pressure her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I making noises? Sorry.
Okay, Trip. Yeah, I think Peter Parker bit you. Have you seen the what is it? The Limu.
Oh yeah,
Liberty Mutual commercial, and it's the Spider-Man tie-in, and he's trying to give
Limu.
himself the superpower, so he gets himself bit by a spider, and they wheel him out of his office on a stretcher. Did it work?
No. Meg. Jojo.
Are you scolding our Runcation Nation?
We can't. They can't make it.
We just can't have nice things.
I don't understand.
Well, we'll see. I'm keeping an eye on that. I didn't have it last time either, but it was a relatively small spider that got me. But that one, I knew it got me because I killed it. This one, it just escaped. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, Susie, those owls or those were just large waterfowl. I think you people who can't make a January run in the Florida Keys need to try harder and believe in yourselves. Come on.
I don't understand. I'm
Well, she has a cruise over JoJo has a cruise over New Year's and can't do a second trip to Florida 2 weeks later. We understand that. We get it. We don't have to like it, but we get it.
Okay.
I can't do marathon weekend, then Key West, then Donna in 4 weeks, unless you convince Brian and move to Florida. Well,
Okay, but Donna is a must. So we'll take that.
Yeah.
We'll take it because Donna is the experience.
Donna is the experience, and it's also the cause.
So
it's the cause.
It's our
adoptive cause.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter is, Key West is great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We would love
party on.
Yeah. That is definitely,
Susie, if you're still in, we could look at that.
An ultimate runcation. Hey, look, we'll still do it because we are equidistant between Jacksonville and Key West.
We'll do it.
We're kind of the halfway point.
Well, we did Key West, and then you had a work trip. Do you remember this? This is the last time. Yeah.
I remember it all right.
We did Key West, and then we turned around 2 weeks later, and you had a work trip in Orlando, and then we drove right from there to Donna.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's if you're going to, this state is so damn long. You forget about it. You forget about how long this state is when you factor in the Keys as well.
Oh.
It's something else.
I just, yes. Okay.
We'll work on him. I'll work on him.
Who are we working on?
I'm hiring.
Brian?
Just saying.
There are tennis courts here.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you couldn't really see, Josh is like, Susie was locked in those birds. If you're not used to seeing them and you see these giant birds in the trees in the distance.
Oh, at the pool party.
Yeah.
Or the reception.
Sorry. In the trees in the distance by the PGA Tour, which is kind of where we were staying. It's like, damn, those birds are big.
Oh my God.
Well, they are, but they don't want to be coyote food or gator food. So they
true.
sleep up in the trees. They're not dumb. But they're larger. Those are big birds. If the cruise gets canceled, she's in. Okay. Well,
okay. Is that the only half in Key West?
It's not.
It's not. Don't we have, they used to have Somo, and then they canceled that.
They canceled the southernmost. Are they still doing one in October at all? Because here's the deal. They used to do an October half in Key West and a marathon. And that one, the best anecdote I have for that is the last time we did it, we knew it was going to be miserable. We'd done it before. It starts at 5:30 in the morning down in Old Town. It is a lap around the island with a little offshoot off of US 1 and then back onto the island, and you finish your loop. That's all fine. Mostly straight and flat. There's like one overpass that you go over, and it's not that big. However, it's 85 degrees at the start at 5:30 in the morning, and it goes up from there, and there is not a lick of shade on this course either. So, and a lot of it is not on pavement, it's on concrete. So it's rough on your feet. It's incredibly hot. It's super muggy, and there's no shade, no relief from it at all. So all of these runners at our hotel are just bitching. I mean, they are pissed.
He said, I'm sorry.
They are.
He said, I'm sorry.
And they are so mad, and they are just railing against the race. They've traveled. They're trying to PR. They're doing this, doing that. And we're like, oh yeah, first time, huh? It's terrible. So if you go there knowing that, and you can train for your heat and do your best to mitigate, but it's a hot one. That said, it's in Key West. We got done. We went back to the hotel. We decompressed for a little bit in the pool and jacuzzi. Then we got dressed and we did the Duval crawl all day and all night. I mean, it was an absolute blast, but the race was a slog.
So
can we agree?
Yes.
Bling was good.
That's the only one.
Race was a slog
right now.
And they've done away with the October race for now.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that is one of the counties, one of the very few counties in Florida that have been very heavy into mask restrictions.
Well, yes.
So during the month that we participated in, real restrictions here in Florida,
Ooh.
they were super severe and they kept that going even afterwards. So, yeah. January Key West, February Donna, and Susie is putting them on her calendar now.
Is she?
We are going to add January Key West to our calendar.
Okay.
So you got a to-do for tomorrow. We're there.
Yeah.
Jojo, my agency is hiring for dispatchers. We are also hiring for
Police
officers, both people who have experience and non-experience. So message me if you are looking for employment to come down to Florida in a public safety career. And plus, well, there are other, we are actually looking for customer service reps in our record section as well. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
What?
Hold on. I got to get to
there are new comments.
I'm getting to the new comments. Oh, Meg's got to run. Meg, good seeing you. Good night.
See you soon. Well, I mean, like it is 9:00.
Jojo too old to be a cop. Nah. Oh, you know what, Jojo? I would have to check. I don't really know. I only know the law enforcement. I'll seriously message me and I'll send you the links to the job postings. Hey, I'm ABC. Always be recruiting. She always laughs when I say, or like, what is he talking about?
Oh, we missed it.
We missed a race.
Yeah.
Which race?
The 7 Mile Bridge Run. I was going to try and get people to come out for that.
7 Mile Bridge Run's a different animal, though.
Yeah.
That one you go to like a rally point. They bus you to the start and you run to the end. And that one has a very strict time limit. They're not playing around with that one because they literally shut down the 7 Mile Bridge. And if you are not familiar with 7 Mile Bridge, if you've ever seen the movie True Lies, that whole
throwback
chase scene,
to that now.
Yeah, that whole chase scene down in the Keys with the helicopter and all, and the truck carrying a bomb and all that stuff. That is the 7 Mile Bridge where they filmed that. Rhonda Lee's hubby is home. Have a great night. Jojo, you could be a public safety chick. Like I said, you don't have to be a gun toter to be a public safety chick. Yeah. We do have, and we're going to be growing. Our city is growing. Our agency is growing. So like I said, message me. I'll send you links.
He's always recruiting.
I'm always recruiting. I can't put work down. What can I say? And Jojo says, great movie. It is a great movie. It made many a young man a fan of Jamie Lee Curtis.
I bet. And I know why. There's the Sombrero Beach Run Marathon, Florida.
Now you're just finding random races. We're looking for the Keys.
I am not. It's Marathon, Florida. Isn't Marathon in the Keys?
Good night, Rhonda Lee.
Really?
Yes, it is.
All right.
It is in the Keys. You are correct.
We'll continue to look, but we'll put the Key West half in January on there for anybody that can make it. Susie, get down here.
She's putting it on her calendar.
Let's go. That's all I'm saying. And then turn around and do the Donna because, that's what we do. And I hope you will too. I hope everybody will. I hope everybody will get a shirt and support the Donna Foundation.
Yeah. I guess the housekeeping, since it is just after 9:00. Listen, guys, we do have new episode up in the feed. Go to runeatdrink.net, click on listen now. Give that a listen. We would really like it if you would subscribe. That's even better. Like Amy said, she is modeling the shirt for us tonight. This is a custom design done for us by Pure Creative Apparel. This has the Cancer Memorial Ribbon. This has great words of encouragement, along with accomplish, explore, and indulge, our trademark, soon to be trademarked slogan woven into it. And this was donated. The design was donated to us by our friends at Pure Creative Apparel, Pam and Ariel.
Yeah.
They were amazing. 100%. 100% of the proceeds from that are going to the Donna Foundation for the time that we're going to have them up on the website. And that is a limited edition run. We're not going to have them up all year. So please, if you haven't gotten a shirt, consider doing so. They make great gifts. And remember, 1 in 8 women are going to be impacted by breast cancer, and anything that we can do to mitigate that and help stamp out this disease is going to help somebody at some point. So please consider that. And if you don't want a shirt and you just want to donate, there's also a link on that same website.
runnydrink.net/Donna.
Yeah. If you go to our website, top of the page, you're going to see the word Donna. Click on that. It'll take you right there. We also will have a new episode up in the feed next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to be heading towards the Donna content next week.
It is next week. Yeah.
So we'll be covering all of that.
It's heading towards it. Yes.
Yes. We have a lot of great stuff coming for you guys. We're super excited to bring that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming and hanging out with us for an hour over here. Of course, everybody that was in with us last hour.
Yeah.
In Instagram also.
Mm-hmm.
We do these every week on Wednesday. We call them our beer chats.
Sometimes we do them all at once.
Sometimes
1 hour, all the platforms in 1 hour.
And Jessica is jumping in as we are about to jump out. Hey, lady.
Sometimes we do them separately.
We had your beer.
It's
fantastic. I'll have more detailed notes. If you watch this
I believe this is an Orlando
you'll hear
brewery. So
Central 28 Beer Company is who brewed this. And Jessica, no, you have no reason to be sorry. We understand when you have other things that keep you. We're just glad
marathoner.
You could pop in. Yeah, one of our 2 marathoners.
Donna marathoner.
She was a beast out there
Kelly.
on the race course. I was going to say she and Kelly both.
Mm-hmm.
Fast and just killed it in those horrible conditions.
Oh, DeBerry.
DeBerry. Well, that's near Orlando. Yeah. So, it really is, Jess. It absolutely is fantastic.
It is.
Thank you so much. This is basically grown up chocolate milk, dark chocolate.
Thank you.
Loving it. But, careful. But like I said, check out the show, grab a shirt, runnydrink.net. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out for the last 2 hours with us tonight.
Yeah.
It's about time for us to call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
And for somebody, that'd be me, to go watch the Book of Boba Fett so that I don't get any spoilers on the internet. I
can't watch it?
Well, of course you can, but I've been avoiding the internet you've been on the internet working on the show today.
But I haven't. I've specifically
avoided it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have too.
I've been in the running community, so
I got to go do that.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you again. Happy National Pizza Day.
Yay.
And we'll see you guys on the next coffee chat
very soon.
Very, very soon. So we'll talk soon, guys. Good night.